Did it work?
Test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Test.
Cody gonna come up here? No. So I don't know if any of this is actually on. Good afternoon and welcome to the Convocation Center here on the campus of the University of South Carolina, Aiken. We're bringing you Peach Belt Conference Volleyball today. The homestanding USC Aiken Pacers and the Montevallo Falcons, Kyle Dawson and Nick Terry, bringing you the action. We're going to go ahead and send it down to our sideline reporter, Kimbrey Temple, who's got a sideline interview with USC Aiken coach Glenn Cox.
So, Coach, after a tough loss last night, what do you need to do today to pull out a win?
Yesterday it was a real roller coaster. I mean, when we were on, we destroyed them. The games that we won, we played really well, but we just, in the games that we lost, our passing was really sloppy. It was more mental than anything else, and we just got to get mentally focused and bounce back, and that's what the game's all about, is just being able to let go of mistakes and step it up when we need to.
Absolutely. And I'm told that Sheila Walsh returned to your lineup for today. What are you expecting out of her?
Oh, she was there yesterday too. I mean, she's coming back. Had to take a week off. Had some stuff. Had to heal up a little bit, but it helps. It adds two setters to our offense, and it helps our block because we were able to put our bigger blockers in the front row, all 6 rotations. It's huge for us. It adds a little bit more offense for us as well. So, and she's a junior setter. She's the quarterback that's been running the show since we've been here for a while. So, looking forward to having her back.
And who are you needing to step up the most today to pull out a win?
Our outside hitters need to step up today. They got picked on yesterday in service seat. They've had a really rough day. And today, the real key will be for them to step up and pass the way we know they can and offensively step it up. We need a few people to step it up offensively. We had a few people that just didn't click yesterday on all cylinders. And if we get everybody clicking, we'll make quick bit work of this. So that's the plan.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for your time, Coach. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Kimbrey. Those were the words of USC Aiken head coach Glenn Cox. USC Aiken entering this match with a 10-5 record, 3-2 record in conference, dropped a 5-setter last night. And Nick, on the other side of the floor, Montevallo's coming in on a hot streak.
Yeah, Kyle, they've won 11 of their last 13, and they also won last night against Lander 3-1.
Yeah, and Lander is a team that Coach Cox has talked about as kind of being an equivalent of USC Aiken, how they've just played so closely. Obviously, last year with the split, and then a tight match in the Peach Belt Conference tournament. They're just on very similar levels, and playing up there in Greenwood, not easy. So Montevallo able to pull out that 3-1 win last night. You said they've won 11 of 13. 7 of those have been by sweep. And pretty much just since the season began, the 2 losses have been at Georgia College, which Georgia College, a brand new team. I don't think anybody knew what to expect out of them. And they've been off to a good start. And then also a loss to Armstrong, who is still undefeated. And that is an Armstrong team we'll actually see here in the Convocation Center in about a week. So we've got just over a minute until we serve this one up to begin. Both of these teams coming in near the top half of the Peach Belt Conference standings. Montevallo with a 4-2 mark in league play. USC Aiken at 3-2. And for USC Aiken, this is sort of towards the end of a long string of home matches. They'll have 2 next week, and then they'll be on the road for a while. That's something that Coach Cox had said was, sort of a home field advantage or home court advantage that they need to protect, saying, last week that they really do need to get out there and protect this house because they're not going to see it again for a while. So we've got coaches giving some last-minute instructions. Looks like the officials are ready to go. Won't be long before both teams take the court, and we'll be ready to serve it up in Peach Belt Conference play. As the sandstorm quietly settles here in the Convocation Center, we will send it down to the PA for some player introductions.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the USC Convocation Center for today's Peach Belt Volleyball Conference match featuring the Montevallo Falcons and your USC Pacers. The Peach Belt Conference and its member institutions are committed to creating a safe, comfortable, and enjoyable experience for all our fans. Spectators are reminded that behavior contrary to the fan club conduct will result in immediate ejection from the premises. USC Aiken, the Peach Belt Conference,
All right, pregame pleasantries have been exchanged. It's time for volleyball. Again, USC Aiken entering with a 10-5 record, 3-2 in Peach Belt Conference play. Montevallo at 11-3 and 4-2 in the league. And now the ball is on the floor. We are finally ready to begin. It's like Brianna Marquez will have the serve for the Falcons. Eventually. Still some stray balls out there on the floor from an intense pregame session by both teams that saw both of us in the line of fire.
That is correct. They were firing shots at us.
And we're underway. First attack, Taylor Stratton. That one goes out. Falcons are on the board early, up 1-0. We'll see Hannah Tierney with the kill attempt. Dug out by the Falcons, but too many touches. That will even the score up. Sean Hodson will head back to serve. Maniati going just out on the kill attempt. Make that 2-1. And that serve by Hodson goes just long. Pacers just have to scramble to send that back over. We'll see Stratton try it again. Block near the net. And the ball is down. Score that to Stratton, and she might be picking up right where she left off last night, Nick.
That is correct. Last night, 13 kills, led the Pacers, and hopefully see more of that today.
And she is 10th in the conference in kills, which is impressive given how often this lineup changes for USC Aiken. There's not any sort of one player that Coach Cox looks to for offense.
And he's brought that up several times throughout the season, saying that he doesn't know who he can go with because they're all just that good.
He has said before he has plenty of weapons and he plans to use all of them. We've seen plenty of different lineups already throughout the season. So we'll see a kill there for Anna Quinn. Falcons making the short trip down the road from Greenwood, having played up at Lander last night. Pacers in action here at the Convocation Center. So we'll see Ati with her first kill of the match. Ati's been one of the best in the Peach Belt Conference ever since she entered the league. 3-time first-team all-conference selection. And right now, second in the league in kills per set, so she appears well on her way to a 4th straight year on the first team.
It'll be interesting to see if the Pacers can shut her down today, because that'd be a big key to winning this game, or this match.
Yes, and she, has gotten her offense against USC Aiken in the past. 20 kills against USC Aiken when the teams played in 2011. That was a career high for her at the time. She eclipsed that with 23 against Augusta State last year. But, 20 kills, USC Aiken still swept both matches that series. So, obviously for Cox, whenever he sees a high-caliber player like that, we saw it with Taryn Angermeyer from Lander earlier this year, that's sort of the focus. What will be interesting to see is if she's still able to get that offense, how the team will react. We see a 7-4 lead now for USC Aiken. Sheila Walsh with the service ace. She had 3 of those last night in her return to action after dealing with some injuries, as Coach Cox talked about in the pregame interview. We see Endia Ellison send it over and score that kill to Michelle Carl. Ball just set up a little out of Ashley Diedrich's reach. He's not able to make a play on it. 7-6 Pacers. Ati to serve. We'll see Ellison try and go over the top. Ati waiting for it. Instead, that one will come back to Carl. And now Diedrich will try again. An attempt by Quinn into the net. Make it 8-6. Stratton back to serve. And score the ace for Stratton. 9-6. And Nick, something that Coach Cox has talked about in recent weeks is how he wants his team to try and make things easier on themselves after so many 5-set matches early on. After they played, I guess it was 3 straight or 4 straight. He wants them to sort of take their time, make things easier on themselves. And honestly, Montevallo is going to be a hard team they're going to do their best to make sure it's not easy for USC Aiken.
Right. I mean, we've seemed to have a lot of 5-set matches, and I think it's going to be important to get off to a quick start, like you said.
USC Aiken unable to get off to a quick start last night, falling behind 2-1. Able to tie it up in the 4th set, but ultimately just couldn't get it done in the 5th. I think we'll score that kill for Marquez. We'll see Ellison brings the heat. That attempt by Carl with a little help from the net will drop in front of the Pacers. 10-8 now. Teams trading blows here early. This one will be set up for Hannah Tierney, dug out by Carl. See Danielle Mercer set it up for Diedrich. Handled up front again by the Falcons. Unable to get it back over the net this time. Another long rally between these two teams. Make it 11-8. We'll see Amanda Bologna and Allie Johnson check in as Diedrich and Walsh take a seat. Maybe a bit of miscommunication at the center of the court by Montevallo. That one looked like maybe it was set up for a tee. She wasn't ready for it. So Bologna keeps her serve with a 12-8 lead. We'll see Stratton fire away again. And another dig. And that attempt by Hodson will score the kill there. Net violation. One of the Falcons up front, I suppose, touched the net. So Montevallo will take timeout with USC Aiken up 13-8. And Nick, what will be key coming out of this timeout is if USC Aiken is able to just keep some of this positive momentum going.
Yeah, that'll be very important. We got a good lead right now, and just to keep that going, get off to a good start.
And what we've often seen in the past is USC Aiken coming out a little quicker than its opponents from timeouts. Looks like Montevallo will break huddle first. So we'll see if this this extra time in the huddle proves to be beneficial for the Pacers. So everybody back on the floor. Bologna is still serving, up 13-8. Let's see Allie Johnson take a swing at it. She gets the block at the other end. Hannah Tierney in on the action as well. We'll see the freshman Hannah Christie check in for the Falcons. That kill attempt into the net. And the Falcons will just send it across. Allie Johnson will try. Dugout Hodson able to block it up front. And Nick, I think any questions we had about how the Pacers would come out of that timeout have been answered.
They've gotten off to a great start, up 16-8, and just see if the Pacers can keep it going.
Well, that one proved to be a little hot to handle. Taking a bounce off of Johnson and ending up near the Pacer bench. So that run is over. The Falcons will look to Christie at the service line to try and start one of their own. Let's see. A little bit of trickery there from Bologna. I think everybody was expecting her to set up one of her teammates. Instead, she's sort of shoved that one over the net and found an open spot.
That's what I thought she was going to do too, but it worked out.
I guess that's what made it such an effective maneuver. No one was expecting it. A T will get the kill. And it is 17-10 here in this opening set. We'll see Stratton try. Dug out by Christie. And a block in front. It's Tierney and Johnson again. It's coming as no surprise early. USC Aiken ranking second in the conference in blocks per set. Just no matter who you see up front, whether it's Tierney or Johnson or Ellison, it's just an imposing group at the net. So we'll see Ati go again. Over to Stratton. Ati with the block up front. Ati and Katie Best teaming up on that block. So Falcons proving maybe they can play at the net a little bit as well. So we'll see Ellison off the hand of a blocker and out of play.
Ellison, she's another Pacer who had a good night last night. I think she had 9 kills.
9 kills and a .500 hitting percentage. She's hitting .301 on the season, 3rd in the conference. And if we look at that like a batting average in baseball, 300's not bad.
Right.
Montevallo whistled for the dreaded illegal attack on that last point. 2011 Pacers. And Sarah Guidry sends that one wide. And we'll see another timeout used by Montevallo. So the teams will have another minute to sit and talk it over. And I imagine Coach Cox will say exactly what he said last time, given the results that the Pacers achieved.
Whatever he said last time seemed to work. So see if they can come out just like the last time out.
Very calm group down there as well in the Pacer huddle with this 10-point lead late in the first set.
I think that's good if you just stay calm and keep loose. I think it'll end up benefiting the Pacers.
That might play into his idea of making things easier on themselves, not, tightening up, not making anything any tougher than it has to be. This league's already tough enough.
Right. Every coach will tell you that. This is not an easy league.
Really, any coach you talk to in any sport in the Peach Belt Conference will tell you that.
Right.
And we will see more of that this evening over at the Pacer Pit as USC Aiken takes on Georgia Southwestern in soccer. So we'll see Diedrich very nearly got to that one. Scorer's table got in the way. T with another kill. So make it 21-11. We'll see Diedrich try again. And last year's Peach Belt Conference co-freshman of the year is on the board. And Diedrich's got that power that she can put it through blockers if she has to.
We've seen that plenty of times here at the Convocation Center this year.
And we saw it plenty of times last year as well when she and Johnson were two, impact freshmen on a team that was just loaded with seniors. Now the tables have turned a bit. 8 newcomers on this team, a couple of sophomores. Although Andia Ellison telling us right now, don't forget about the seniors. Her and Leah Rogers, the 2 seniors on the roster. And Ellison has made a huge impact on this team this season.
And Rogers as well. Rogers, just like Ellison last night with the kills, had another good game.
Yeah, Rogers with 10 kills last night. So we'll see Walsh nearly set that one up for a teammate. It ends up in the seats. So 23-14 now. Michelle Carl to serve. They'll set up for Tierney right over the middle. Going up and over Katie Best for the kill. So the Pacers now with, about 9 set points and this 24-14 lead. So Bologna's serve just a little too difficult to handle. Go ahead and score that first set to the Pacers. 25-14.
That was a good first set for the Pacers. It's nice to get off to an easy start like that.
They might still be thinking of last night and sort of the difficult start that they got off to, falling behind 2-1. So the teams will take a 3-minute break. We're now at about the 2.5-minute mark. On the USC Aiken side, I imagine they're just talking about keeping this hot streak going. On the Montevallo side, probably talking about getting back to basics. And this is a Montevallo team also on this this hot streak that they've been on. They haven't found themselves trailing too much. So it'll be interesting to see how they play from behind. And with that, we will quickly send it down to our sideline reporter, Kimberly Temple, for some stats.
Okay, Pacers leading. India Ellison leading with 3 kills so far in the first set. We have Sheila Walsh leading with 5 assists. We have Danielle Mercer. She has 6 digs for us today so far in the first set. And we have Hannah Tierney leading with 3 blocks so far. Looking forward to the second set.
All right, thank you, Kimberly, for the statistical update. So we're about a minute and a half to go now. Pacers already breaking the huddle. I imagine they're just ready to start playing again.
Ready to keep doing what they've been doing all day.
Pacers have been firing shots left and right, and they've been finding open spots on the floor. And here come the Falcons. As we are under a minute to go in the break. We'll have everybody return to their places. As Montevallo looks to bounce back after USC Aiken took the first set 25-14. So Bologna will serve it up to begin this second set. Falcons able to just sort of push it over. We'll see Johnson blocked in front. Give that one to Katie Best and Rebecca Phelps. See a ball handling error on the Pacers, and the Falcons quickly up 2-0. This one's set up for Hodson, just beyond the reach of Guidry. So that shot by Phelps there, right off of Danielle Mercer. And out of play. Make it 3-1 Falcons. See Johnson go cross court and wide. But tipped at some point. They must have gotten a piece of that at the net. So make it 3-2. And Tierney with the serve. And Ati right back where she started. That should be her 4th kill already in the match. So Hodson will send it over. This one will be set up for Guidry. And with a little help from the net, it's a kill. So, Nick, this looks like exactly what Montevallo wanted coming out in this second set.
Looks like a reverse of the first set so far. They've come out, firing shots on the Pacers instead of the opposite of the first set.
There's India Ellison putting a stop to that. And breaking the little mini streak there. And bringing the score back to 5-3. Carl blocked in front. Walsh will set up Diedrich. I think she had the right idea in mind. This execution just slightly off. That one nearly snuck over the net.
If she was able to get that over, I think it would have dropped in there.
It looked like Carl was expecting maybe a sort of cross-court shot. Had Diedrich been able to just sort of tuck that over on the opposite side, it would have worked. Said Stratton going with the power play. And it is 6-4 Falcons. So we'll see Carl try again. Walsh able to dig it out. And now Diedrich. Phelps gets a hold of it. We'll just try a T this time. That one goes long. Point for the Pacers. The ball ended up over there in the stands where it's like some members of our men's basketball team are sitting.
So we see Al Brown and Shane Porcher over there. And Paul Larson as well.
I believe Paul Larson was the one who just grabbed that ball. So I suppose the first rebound on the season for Paul Larson. The first of many, I'm sure.
We'll see plenty of those.
Paul Larson, the double-double machine last year. Pacers have tied it up at 6. Stratton still back to serve. Look out below, Mackenzie Reese. That serve right over there in the corner where Reese is standing with the flag. She's able to get out of the way in time. That's a point for the Falcons. And we will see, looks like Sarah Guidry with the serve. We'll see Ellison. Good work by the Falcons to dig that one out. Ellison will try again, similar to what Diedrich tried over at the other side. Just maybe a little finesse play over the net. Maybe just a little too much. A little too much touch, not enough power. We'll see Diedrich try it again. Again, looking for Mackenzie Reese. And another play out of bounds. You know, if Reese were in play, then this would be more effective shots.
Right.
We'll see Ellison blocked in front. Phelps, though, blocked at the other end by Diedrich. And we'll see Mercer serve it now, a former Peach Belt Conference Specialist of the Week. The ball handling error there will keep her at the service stripe as the Pacers trail 9-8. Serve ends up going wide. Point to the Falcons, Carl back. That one's dug out by Guidry. We'll see Ati give it a shot. Tierney blocked it in front. Just shoved across by Guidry. Hodson will do the same at the other end, but that will be a ball handling error. And we will see USC Aiken head coach Glenn Cox take a timeout as his team trails 11-8 here in this second set. So after taking the first set 25-14, the Pacers have struggled to get points on the board here early in set number 2.
They've been able to get close, but every time they get within one, it seems like the Falcons just push it back up to round 3.
And, you know, the Falcons haven't won all these matches lately by accident. So we talked about, you know, before the set began, how they would respond to dealing with a deficit. So far, they've done a pretty good job of it.
They don't seem to be fazed by the first set loss.
All right, game on. And we will see Hodson built up a head of steam and just fired that one over the middle. So we will see Bologna and Johnson check in for Diedrich and Walsh. Mercer will set this one up for Stratton. And just off the hands of Katie Best. We'll see Phelps try it. Puts a stop to that short streak. Able to find a spot right near the free throw line for the kill. Marquez gives it right back, serving it into the net.
See if the Pacers can tie it up for the first time in this set.
Looks like they did just that. See, good reach by Stratton just to send that one over. Ends up not mattering. Falcons get the point as they pull back ahead. And that service error earlier by Marquez, a bit of an oddity. She leads the Peach Belt Conference in service aces per set. It's been one of her many strong suits this season. Actually tied a career high with 55 assists last night in the win at Lander. 55 assists, not bad, especially in a 4-setter versus a 5.
Right. 2 weeks ago, we saw Katie Tobin with 34, and that was in 5 sets.
See, that kill attempt by Tierney just came off a little soft, ends up in the net. And Montevallo has scored 3 straight. He'll make that 4 straight on a net violation. So it is 16-12. See Stratton blocked in front by Best. And give Ati the block on Hodson. You see Hodson just send it over. Good play at the net by Stratton. She'll go for the kill, but Ati with another block. And Cox will take another timeout.
Just as the Pacers were able to get close with the Falcons have stretched the lead back out to 6.
Yeah, 6 straight points. Mani Ati proving that the Peach Belt Conference voters know what they're talking about, selecting her first team 3 straight years after her redshirt season. You know, one of the conference leaders in kills, and with some strong play at the net lately as well, scoring a couple there via the block. And Montevallo quickly out of its huddle. Pacers not far behind. Phelps still back there serving. This will be, I guess, her 7th serve in a row. Allie Johnson, that one was blocked by a tee in front, but it ends up down on Montevallo's side. So that streak has ended.
Let's see if the Pacers can get a streak of their own.
They're going to need to at this point, trailing 18-13. Ati really not thinking highly of that idea at all. Give her another kill. We will see Callie Harvey serve it up. That one just sort of trickles over the net. It's like they're able to dig out Ellison's kill attempt, but looks like we'll see the ball handling error against Montevallo. We'll see Walsh and Diedrich check back in for Johnson and Bologna. Walsh sets that one up for Stratton, but it's dug out. Said Carl will give it a shot, and she gets it to go. Sneaky play by Walsh. Just flipping that one over the net rather than serving up a charging Ellison. Caught everyone by surprise. We'll see Quinn send that one wide. And the Pacers are now within 4. See, that almost looked like a busted play of sorts for Montevallo, but it worked out.
And whatever it was, it worked.
See Hodson just push it across, and we'll see Carl. One's able to be dug out by the Pacers. Ball is down, though. Point Falcons, that leads back to 6 at 22-16. We'll see Ellison. That one's dug out by a tee. Ends up going just out of play. Make it 22-17, and Mercer will serve. Trying to get the Pacers back into this second set. Carl with other plans. Will be set up for Tierney, and it's just long. And just like that, Montevallo with a 7-point lead and looking at about 6 set points.
Pacers are going to need to do something right now if they want any chance of winning this set.
Oh, Sean Hodson getting him off to a good start. So Pacers have whittled that down to 5 set points for the Falcons. And we will see Bologna serve it up. If the Pacers want to get back into this set, it will be on her serve. So Best sends it wide, and it's 24-19. So we'll see a timeout taken by Montevallo. Imagine at this point, you just have to say, look, it's 1 point. And sometimes that can be the most frustrating one to get, too, the last one.
Almost like in a baseball game with the closer. The last 3 outs are the toughest ones to get.
And when you consider the situation as well, already down a set on the road in a conference match, I guess at this point you've got to just take a second to sort of clear out the system, sort of relieve that tension, and just get out there and play. Now Bologna will just have to send that one over. Harvey dug it out. That looked like it would be right on the line. So now we will see Hodson with the kill. And it's 24-20.
Pacers have been able to make a little run here. See if they can keep that going.
If they have made a little run, they're about halfway toward erasing that deficit. Marquez nearly ending the set there. Johnson will just bunt it over. Now we'll see Phelps, but Mercer sends it back. Tierney with the tip, but score that one for the Falcons. Big response from Montevallo here in set number 2, taking it 25-20. And with that, we will have our extended halftime break. Both teams will retreat to their locker rooms for a nice 8-minute break. And we may or may not see our students and fans come out onto the floor to try and serve for free pizza. The students are getting antsy, so I assume that's what's going to happen.
It's always an interesting part of volleyball games here.
Here come the pizza boxes. That's exactly what's going to happen.
See if we can get Paul Larson out there, try and get him a pizza.
I don't think Paul has any interest right now in getting up from where he's seated. So at some point during this halftime break, we will have, I believe, another interview down on the floor with Coach Cox. The pizza serving challenge is much more challenging right now than it usually is with just 3 pizza boxes out there on the floor. It seems like there are usually about 10 of them. There are few better feelings than hitting one of those boxes and winning a pizza, I will say that.
It's like Paul finally got out there.
Paul had to see what all the fuss was about. Of course, now we just have people just throwing the ball, not really serving it.
Just firing shots for pizza.
Although somebody got a pizza. Actually, 2 people have pizzas. So there's only 1 box left. And, I don't know, about 16 people serving at it. Oh, I think we got a 3rd one. We do. Well, That's the quickest way to cut that promotion short, is by winning all of the pizzas. All right, so Montevallo made a big step in the right direction in set number 2, hitting 250 after posting a hitting percentage of 0 in that first set. So big bounce back for them. Maniati leading all players with 6 kills. Marquez leading all players with 14 assists. Callie Harvey leading the way with 11 digs. And Ati's 2 solo blocks, also best. Over on the USC Aiken side, Ellison and Hodson both with 5 kills to lead the way. Walsh with 10 assists. Bologna not far behind with 7. 9 digs for Mercer, 9 for Hodson. And both teams with 4 total team blocks. And so we will take a quick break, as we're at about the 4-minute mark until set number 3. When we come back, we should have USC Aiken head coach Glenn Cox.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your stats for 2 sets of volleyball. Leading the way for Montevallo with 6 kills, Maniati, 4 kills each for Michelle Carl and Rebecca Bell. Callie Harvey has 11 digs and 3 blocks to go with the 6 kills for Maniati. For the Pacers, Sean Hodson has 5 kills and 9 digs. 9 digs also for Daniel Mercer, 5 kills for Nia Ellison, and 3 blocks for Hannah Tierney. And just a reminder that you can follow the Pacers volleyball on the road at GRU Augusta Wednesday at 7 p.m. Our next home matches here are next weekend, Friday and Saturday. Our Army Armstrong Atlantic Pirates show up here on Friday at 7 p.m. We'll be in town for our 2 p.m. Saturday show as Pacer volleyball action here at the USC Convocation Center.
All right, and as we approach 2 minutes to go here during halftime, we'll send it down to sideline reporter Kimberly Temple with Coach Glenn Cox.
Okay, Coach, after those first 2 sets, who are you the most impressed with right now?
Us when we're on, everybody. If we're on, we're looking good. I mean, our numbers. If we hit a 250, we win, but we hit a 0, we lose. And it's across the board. We've had a lot of players on for a game and a lot of players off for a game, and if we can flip the switch and turn it back on, we'll be in good shape.
Absolutely. And what is the general mood of the team going into these next few sets?
They're frustrated right now, and they've got to be able to mentally hit the reset button and get back on board, and start clicking offensively again. We let off the gas a little. We really played great in the first game, and we played poorly in the second game. So it's a matter of just getting some momentum and keeping it.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time, Coach. We'll see you again after the game.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Kimberly, and thank you, Coach. So we're now under the minute mark until we come back for set number 3. And Nick, coach, said that, the team's frustrated right now after losing that second set the way that they did. Pretty much they'll just, like he said, they'll have to come back and sort of completely recharge. At this point, it's a best of 3.
Right. Hopefully, Indy and Ellison, she's had a good day just like last night. Hopefully we see her keep that going and lead the Pacers to a win.
Well, some players who didn't look too frustrated right down there a second ago, Amanda Bologna, Sean Hodson, Danielle Mercer, and Katie Toman, appeared to be enjoying themselves. Hopefully that is, for them anyway, hopefully that's indicative of things to come, that maybe they've already put those first 2 sets behind them, or at the very least put set number 2 behind them, and that they're ready to come out refreshed and recharged. So USC Aiken took the first set 25-14, Montevallo taking the second 25-20. At this point, it's a best of 3. So we've got, looks like everybody back out on the floor. We'll see Mercer check in for the Pacers. And it looks like Marquez will be back to serve for Montevallo. And no real surprise there that the leader in the conference in service aces per set would open set number 3 with a service ace. That's something for Montevallo that's big for them if they want to get out to a good start here in set number 3. Hodson will get that one over the top. Montevallo keeps it alive. Said we'll see Johnson go for the kill. Marquez digs that out. We'll see Best try at the other end to no avail. Stratton will send that one wide. Falcons up 2-0. And give Marquez another ace. So Montevallo with the first 3 points, 2 by way of the service ace. That one, though, a little long. So the Pacers able to get her off of the service line. Hodson will try her hand. Down 3-1. We'll see Phelps. That one off of the antenna. We'll see T gets the kill. That ball off of Bologna and right past Pacer Times editor-in-chief TJ Wright. Didn't seem concerned at all about the situation. He handled that very coolly. Phelps serves it wide, and it's now 4-3. And Nick, you talked about India Ellison heading into this set. She's just checked in. We'll see what she can do. That kill will go to Katie Best. We'll see Harvey serve. And Hodson will just send it across. This one will be set up for a tee. Mercer able to get in there and dig it out. Stratton will try. And there's no stopping that.
No. Stratton's been doing that all year to many teams.
Stratton, one of several impact freshmen on this roster. 7 in all. Just we've seen Stratton, Mercer, Toman, Bologna, you name it. They're freshmen making plays on this roster. So a couple of quick points for the Pacers on Sheila Walsh's serve.
Able to take the first lead of the set for the Pacers.
Up 6-5 here in the early going. This one will be set up for Stratton. Goes right over the top. Marquez able to dig it out. Guidry will try. That one looked like a miss hit, but it couldn't have worked out any better for the Falcons. So they've tied it up at 6. T to serve. That one. That was a close call there. That's one that could have gone either way. Ruled out. Giving the ball over to Stratton. See, Walsh will set up Diedrich. Now Carl will pass it over. And now Hodson. Ellison was ready to block whatever came her way, camped out in front of the net. Montevallo never able to get it over. Pacers up 8-6. Nice play up front by Marquez. You got to watch those sets sometimes when you think the player in front of the net setting up a teammate. You can't clear all of that space out.
A lot of times they'll just drop it in there, and we've seen that several times today.
We'll see Ellison off a hand and out. Ellison, one of the more efficient players on the team. When she gets in there, she provides instant offense. Michelle Carl with another kill. She entered this third set with 4. We'll see Tierney. Plenty of leverage on that one, able to go up high and spike it down. Katie Best with a kill. So after the first 2 sets where it seemed like one team dominated the other in each, we're off to a really just even start here in set number 3.
It's been back and forth, and we just saw the Falcons tie it up at 10.
Already several ties here in set number 3. We'll see Hodson wisely dodging that one as the serve sails long. But again, we'll see it tied up again. T rising and firing to tie it up at 11. Phelps' serve looked like maybe a bit of a knuckleball there. Hard to handle. Voice of the Pacers, Joe Kacharski, able to grab it. But he's not suited up to play, so count that one for Montevallo, who's taken the lead here. And why not? Tie it right back up.
Let's give it right back to the Pacers.
It seems like that's just sort of where this set is going to go. Both teams just battling it out neck and neck at this point. That serve taking a weird hop off of Harvey. Stratton up front, and Ellison able to get the block. That could be big for the Pacers as well to get a block on a T who's been able to do whatever she's wanted to lately. Tierney will keep the serve, up 13-12. We'll see Guidry with the kill. Able to tuck that one right inside the sideline.
Tie it up again.
Why not at this point? So Harvey's serve goes long, so you have to assume at this point that the next point will go Montevallo's way.
That's the way it's looked so far.
As many ties as we've had at this point, they seem inevitable. Although, with Sheila Walsh stepping up to serve, she's one of the best in the conference at scoring on her own serves. We will see. We'll see a T blocked up front. Stratton and Ellison again.
It's 2 times in a row by them two. Continuing the great days that they've had so far.
So Pacers working with a 15-13 lead. Hodson digging that out. We'll see Stratton try. It'll come over for Guidry. T, that one hits the antenna and is out.
Seen the Pacers make a little run here after the back and forth battle we've had all set.
Yeah, all set long. It's just been nothing but ties. Pacers have surged ahead with 3 straight points. Make that 4 straight. At one point, Montevallo did lead 13-12. So 16-13 lead for the Pacers. They've appeared to pull ahead a little bit in this third set. That's just been a back and forth battle. You know, both teams, I think, understand the importance of a third set in a 1-1 match. For Montevallo, you don't want to fall behind 2-1 on the road. For USC Aiken, you don't want to fall behind 2-1 again after they did last night.
See how the Pacers come out of this timeout. Most of the ones today, they've come out strong. So see if that happens again.
Yeah, the Pacers, I think, have mostly won the timeout battle, though Montevallo did have one last set where they reeled off, I think it was 6 straight points coming out of a timeout. I don't think there's anybody the Pacers would rather have serving than Walsh right now. We'll see Guidry, though, will take her off the line. So the Falcons come out of the timeout and get a point on the board. We'll see that one played out. And the always dangerous ball handling error has brought the Falcons to within 1. So we'll see Ellison now. Why not? When Ellison has been in there, she's provided a spark for the Pacers. So 17-15 now. Stratton will serve. So we'll see Carl off of the blockers and down. Like we'll see Phelps and Quinn come back in for Montevallo, replacing Folletta and Guidry. And Quinn will serve right away. Walsh trying to sneak it over. Montevallo able to pick that one out. Score the block for the Pacers. Diedrich and who else? Ellison.
Ellison continuing the great day she's had. She's been a spark for the Pacers on the offensive and defensive end all day.
Pretty much at this point, if Ellison touches the ball, it's going to be a USC Aiken point. It doesn't matter if she's blocking or anything. Whatever, if she's on the floor touching the ball, it's a point. See Phelps blocked up front. Diedrich will try. Harvey digs it out. Phelps will give it another shot. Mercer handles it. Walsh to Hodson off of the antenna. Point Falcons. 19-17 USC Aiken here in set number 3. Michelle Carl serves it up. We'll see Diedrich try. Off the net, dug out by Marquez. Marquez will just bunt this one over. Mercer digs it out. Walsh to Diedrich. Through the arms of Phelps and down. Johnson and Bologna will check in now for Walsh and Diedrich. And we'll have a little floor maintenance done. Make sure everything is dry. Make sure those shoes squeak. And we should be good to go. Bologna will serve. 2017 Pacers here in set number 3. We'll see Guidry just sneaks that one over. Johnson can't handle it. Another one ends up over there near Joe Kacharski.
Seem to be targeting him a lot today.
So we'll see Hodson. That one's dug out by Harvey. Phelps will give it a shot. And we'll see Stratton try right off of a tee and out. Now a tee, that one off, I think, of Stratton and out. So a tee returning the favor. So we'll see Folletta and Guidry return, replacing Phelps and Quinn. Folletta serving right away, goes a bit long.
Ever since that Montevallo timeout, both teams just kind of going back and forth. It's still a 3-point Pacer lead.
And sort of reverted back to where we were at the beginning of the set. So the Pacers just sort of holding on to that 3-point advantage they built earlier. A tee nearly with the kill, but Bologna digs it out. Bologna will just push it across. Now we will see Guidry blocked in front by Johnson.
That was a great dig by Bologna to keep the action alive and make that point possible.
Yeah, T seemed to have found the open spot on the floor. Bologna just went in there one-handed, popped it up, and the Pacers were able to get the point. See, Harvey will set it up for a tee. She goes pretty much for the same spot. Johnson was waiting for it. So we'll see Stratton go wide. 23-20, Montevallo not going away. So we'll see Harvey serve. Bologna will set it up for Johnson, blocked in front by Carl. Now Hodson will just send it over. So we'll see a tee try again, dug out by Mercer. Bologna just punches it across and out of play. And it looks like we'll see Glenn Cox take a timeout.
Try and see if the Pacers can regroup after the 2 Falcon points.
Well, at this stage of both the set and the match at 23-21, every point is so important.
Very crucial that the Pacers close out this set, take a 2-1 lead.
And he might be sort of giving the same advice that he did before this set began, and what he told Kimbrey about was just sort of recharging, refreshing, and just going out there and playing. Joe Kacharski multitasking as always, giving us an update on the Florida State-Maryland game. Not nearly as close as the contest we're witnessing right now in the Convocation Center. So we'll see Ellison. It's dug out by Folletta. Carl will try to sneak it in. Mercer able to make a play on it. Stratton with the kill. And the Pacers are looking at set point. So, Nick, that's another case of a USC Aiken timeout, or any timeout in general, resulting in a strong play made by the Pacers. It's a rare miscue at the line by Walsh, though. Will send the ball over to a tee. 24-22 Pacers. Still with set point. So we'll see Stratton. A tee digs out, goes way up high. We'll see Harvey just sort of slap it over. Here comes Stratton off of the antenna. And it's 24-23. So that post-timeout momentum lasting just 1 point for the Pacers, and it shifted over to the Falcons. So we will see Stratton. Guidry will try. Dug out by Walsh. Carl tries to push it down. So we'll see Diedrich now. And a tee goes long. Pacers take set number 3.
He didn't want to see the Pacers have to extend the set any farther, so it was nice to get that point right there.
Yeah, and especially just after going down 2-1 last night and eventually falling in 5, it makes it a lot easier when you enter set number 4 up 2-1. You know, we look at this the same way you would look at the Major League Baseball playoffs right now. Teams tied 1-1. Whoever wins Game 3 wins a ridiculous percentage of the time in terms of the overall series in a best-of-5. We can look at it the same way here with volleyball, just that your odds of winning go up so much, especially when teams are so evenly matched like these two appear to be. It's hard to win 2 straight. It's hard to win 2 straight sets against anybody in the Peach Belt Conference, as we've seen over and over. So this streak that Montevallo's been on, all of those sweeps they've put together, even that much more impressive. So while we've got a moment, we'll send it down to Kimbry to give us some stats as we head into set number 4.
Leading USC Aiken is India Ellison with 7 kills. We have Danielle Mercer with 18 digs. India Ellison and Hannah Tierney are both tied with 3 blocks to lead the 3rd set.
Thank you once again, Kimbry. So some other numbers over on the Montevallo side. Maniati leading all players with 9 kills. 24 assists for Marquez. And she's also got 3 service aces, 2 for Phelps. 17 digs for Callie Harvey. And 14 blocks for Montevallo. One thing, Nick, that you'll notice, as we entered set number 3, we talked about both teams being tied 4 blocks apiece. Pacers now up 8-4 in that department. Some strong net play really propelled them in set number 3.
Indy Ellison, you see, leading the Pacers in kills with 7 and a great hitting percentage of .462.
She hasn't cooled off at all from last night, hitting 500. I mean, okay, maybe cooled down a little bit, but going 500 to 462, not that big of a deal. Ellison has had a tremendous weekend for the Pacers. And so as we approach these final few seconds here, the teams will take the floor. Montevallo ready and waiting. Pacers will join them. So we start the 4th set. Pacers up 2-1, taking the first 25-14. Montevallo taking the second 25-20. Pacers taking the third 25-23. So for Montevallo, the 4th set, pretty simple. Win or lose. It's that easy.
We'll see if the Pacers can end it here instead of going to a 5th set, which they've done a lot this season.
Well, we'll see Katie Best get Montevallo off to a good start here. Yeah, Pacers have already gone to 5 sets 5 times this season. A 1-4 record in 5-set matches. You know they want to avoid that however they can. Tierney's kill attempt goes wide. And Montevallo quickly out to a 2-0 lead. Marquez to serve. We'll see Tierney blocked in front by Best. And it's now 3-0.
Montevallo off to a strong start just like the previous set.
Yeah, you're right, Nick, and the Pacers had an answer to that in set number 3. They'll have to in set number 4, and it's going to get that much tougher as Montevallo continues to pile up points. T with another kill, make it 4-0. And we'll see Hodson. That one's dug out by Harvey. And Best will get another 5-0. And no surprises here. Glenn Cox takes a timeout. This is absolutely the start that Montevallo wanted to set number 4.
And we did see Ellison out there for the Pacers, she's been a key for the Pacers. Maybe that has something to do with the slow start.
It might be time to see her sub in just because of the way that she's been able to give the team a spark lately. We will see what the lineup looks like as they come back out. Ellison's on the floor. Nick, you called it. Oh, she tricked us. No, she's not. She just
She knew we were talking about her.
That's what it was. She knew. And there is a rule that if you do hear broadcasters talk about you in any way, you have to do the opposite. So, India, we appreciate it. Tierney looking to get the Pacers on the board, but it's dug out. We'll see Phelps now off a hand and out of play. The Montevallo run continues. We'll score that one a kill for IT at the net. So it appeared that one might have gone off of a Pacer fingertip and then out of play. So 7-0 in favor of the Falcons. As we'll see IT try it again. Give her another kill.
The Pacers need to get something going here soon if they don't want to go to a 5th set.
And a rare miscue by Marquez. And given the way that Montevallo's come out with fast starts, a 5th set would be, right in their wheelhouse when you're only playing to 15 instead of 25. An 8-0 run when you're playing to 25, it's not a great start, but you look at it as something you can come back from. An 8-0 start in a best of 15 set, you're already halfway done. So we'll see Allie Johnson blocked up front by a T. Hodson will try. One sent over by Best. This will be set up for Johnson again. Dug out by Marquez. Folletta will send it over. And now Stratton dug out by Folletta. Guidry dug out by Bologna. It's a good rally here. Johnson blocked in front. Looks like we had the ball handling error over there by the Pacers. And we will see Leah Rogers check in for the first time today for USC Aiken.
See if she can provide a spark for the Pacers in this 4th set.
Pacers need one at this point, down 10-1. So Folletta will get the big running start for her serve. We'll see Tierney right off the hands of a T. A T able to get it at the other end, though. Falcons up 10. We will see another timeout taken by the Pacers, who find themselves in a pretty deep hole here in set number 4. The Pacers, found themselves in Montevallo's position last night, falling behind 2-1 early and then taking the fourth. At this point, that blueprint working for Montevallo's. They've come out. The Falcons have come out with a big start to set number 4. Up 11-1.
See if the Pacers can get something going after this timeout.
We will see Stratton coming out just firing away. A little wide, though. So the run continues for Montevallo. So we'll see Stratton blocked in front by Best. Bologna will send it over. Here comes Best. Grabbed by Mercer, but out of play. And it is 13-1. And we'll see Johnson try to end the run. We'll see Best try to extend it. And Stratton into the net. Ball is down, 14-1.
Shots just aren't falling for the Pacers in this set like they have been in the previous 3.
So we'll see Johnson try again. A T gets a piece of it. Sent over to Guidry. Bologna again just tries to sneak one across. She'll send it over to Stratton off the net. Off of Johnson's head and down.
Not much going right for the Pacers so far.
And on the other hand, everything going right for the Falcons except for that serve, ending a 7-0 run. So after the 8-0 run with Marquez serving, they go on a 7-0 run with Folletta. At this point, if they can respond to the next Pacer point with a 6-0 run, they'll be in really good shape. Pacers obviously going to try and make sure that doesn't happen. As we've seen many times this afternoon, though, Maniati doesn't really care what the Pacers have planned. Give her another kill.
She's showing why she's a 3-time first-team All-PVC.
And she's making not that she hasn't already, but she's making a strong case for a fourth straight first-team selection. We'll see a T, though. Blocked by Stratton, but it goes out of play. So it is now 17-2 in set number 4. We'll see Ellison try. That one's dug out by Harvey. We'll see Guidry give it a shot. And Rogers, that one looked in, and it is. And Walsh and Diedrich will check in. Anything will help at this point. Montevallo with a 17-3 lead. Carl blocked in front. Diedrich coming in right away, teaming up with Ellison for the block. Guidry puts a stop to that. She'll make it 18-4. score that one for Stratton. And we will see Katie Toman check in. I also believe first time that she's come in this afternoon. So, Coach Cox going with a few new players here in set number 4, Rogers and Toman, who we haven't seen this afternoon. Scored that kill to Guidry again. So we'll see Phelps and Quinn come back in, replacing Guidry and Folletta. 19-5 Montevallo. We'll see Rogers try off the net. Ellison now off the hands of Harvey and out of play.
Ellison continuing her strong play on the afternoon.
Because after making us look bad a few minutes ago, she did come in, get a kill, now back out. So we'll see Mercer serve. And Carl hammers it home for a kill. We'll see Rogers with the kill. We'll see if USC is able to put any kind of run together here in this set because it's just been dominated by Montevallo.
Seems like whatever Montevallo's tried this set has worked against the Pacers.
You know, already with an 8-0 run, a 7-0 run. I don't think we've seen USC Aiken string together consecutive points yet.
I don't think so either.
Bologna will give it a shot, though. As we'll see that point go to Katie Best. So if we're right, the drought continues. So with a 21-7 lead, Montevallo looked to Marquez for the serve. They're unable to get it over the net, though. We'll see Stratton come back in for Toman. And Rogers will serve. Pacers down 21-8. We'll see IT. One sent back across by Rogers. Score the kill for Phelps. The lefty getting it done. And Folletta and Guidry right back in. Phelps and Quinn back to the sideline. Folletta, who's already part of that 7-0 run. Let's see Stratton go wide. And it is determined that it was tipped. Or rather that a Montevallo player just touched the net. So point Pacers. We'll see IT blocked in front. And Johnson pushes it across. IT will try it again. Give her another kill. 23-9. Mercer checks in. So does Carl.
And it looks as if we'll be heading to a fifth set. It's all too familiar for the Pacers.
Well, now it's even closer. Give Carl a kill. And so Montevallo working with 14 set points. Johnson slices that one across. We'll see Guidry blocked in front by Johnson. So make it 13 set points. Diedrich and Walsh back in. I imagine we'll see Walsh head back to serve. And she does. See Folletta bounce it over. This one will be set up for Ellison. We'll see Carl send it back. This one's set up for Diedrich. That one is out off of Sean Clemenson, the Montevallo assistant coach. So put that one in the books for Montevallo, 25-10. The Falcons just came out and blitzed the Pacers in set number 4. So for the 6th time this season, the Pacers will be facing a 5th set. Like we said before, 1-4 so far in 5-set matches. And right now, all of the momentum squarely in Montevallo's corner.
Have to see if the Pacers can use this break between the sets to just reverse the momentum and get back on track.
We'll see if, maybe they learned something from how last night went, coming back from down 2-1 and going to a 5th and losing. They can look at just that performance and what didn't work for them in the 5th set and try and build on that here this afternoon. It looks like we will be sending it down to Kimbry momentarily with some stats.
All right, leading USC Aiken in the 4th set. We have Taylor Stratton with 8 kills, tied with India Ellison also with 8 kills. We have Sheila Walsh leading with assists, 17 in the 4th set. And we have a Danielle Mercer leading with 19 digs in that 4th set. We're going into the 5th set now.
Kimbry, thank you once again. See, as we head into set number 5, Nick, what are some other numbers that are jumping out to you right now?
See, for the Falcons with Maniati, she has 15 kills, and behind her you have Katie Best with 10. Also, Marquez leading the Falcons with 35 assists. For the Pacers, still have Indy Ellison leading the team with 8 kills and a .438 hitting percentage, which is not .462, but still stellar.
And one of the, also, you brought up Katie Best with those 10 kills. She's hitting 400. And so for Marquez, after the 55 assists last night, 35 seems like a rather quiet afternoon, but still a great number. Her 35 assists by herself compared to 34 for the Pacers as a team. Pacers still controlling at the net, 10 team blocks to 5. But Montevallo as a team hit 467 in set number 4. You won't see that very often.
That is a very good number.
And the Pacers progressively have seen their hitting percentage go down throughout the afternoon from 242 to 086 to 062 to negative 062. So they'll have to, again, just sort of refresh, recharge, start back over for the 5th set. We said it after set number 2 that it's a best of 3. That's a best of 1.
Right.
First to 15 wins it. Granted, we have seen the Pacers in situations where 15 wasn't enough. I want to say against Lincoln Memorial, it was like 22-20 or something in that 5th set. And if the teams play as evenly as they did in the first 3 sets, we'll see that. If the teams play like they did in the 4th, we won't at all.
It may be quick.
It all just depends on the adjustments that have been made in between sets. The Pacers did a good job of adjusting between sets 2 and 3. So we'll see if they respond similarly. It's like Amanda Bologna will serve it up to open this 5th set. So 2-2, set number 5, first to 15 wins it. Pacers off to a great start, though.
It's important for the Pacers after the last set.
And Bologna with the ace off of Quinn. That one will be set up for Best. Dug out, though. Rogers will try. Harvey gets a hand on it. We'll see IT try it. It's a little soft off the hand and into the net.
Haven't seen that often from IT today.
Maybe just one of those finesse plays she was shooting for. Came up just a little bit short. 2-0 for the Pacers. We'll see Phelps try. The southpaw gets it to go. So 2-1. And the Falcons will counter with their ace at the service line, Marquez. Rogers reaching back behind her gets the kill.
That was a great shot from Rogers. Had to reach behind her head and still got it to go.
That appeared to be potentially disastrous at first. It almost looked like she wouldn't be able to reach that one and that it was sent too far out of play. Instead, she responds with a big kill. Pacers up 3-1. Johnson gets a piece of that in front of the net. Rogers will try again. Falcons unable to get that one back over. So we'll score another one for Leah Rogers, and it is 4-1 Pacers.
It was a great save by Johnson, too.
And she was able to just sort of block that with one hand, then pop it back up. As it appeared that one was about to hit the floor. Bologna with the dig. We'll see AT try it again. Blocked in front by Stratton.
You like the start from the Pacers after the way the last set went.
Yes, absolutely. After giving up an 8-0 run to start the last set, to come out 5-1 here, huge for the Pacers. It looks like whatever they did between sets 2 and 3, they've tapped into that heading into set number 5. So Montevallo with a quick timeout. Pacers up 5-1 here in this deciding 5th set. With both teams looking at, 2 conference losses right now, this one will sort of just dictate how sort of the second tier of the standings go. Everybody looking up at Armstrong right now, who's undefeated and will make their way into the Convocation Center next Friday. Pacers pulling the always dangerous Armstrong Flagler double, as the Saints will come calling on Saturday. Ati with the kill to sort of get Montevallo back on track. Folletta will serve. Down 5-2. We will see Stratton with the kill. No, it's ruled long. That's we've seen a couple of those this afternoon right in front of us that looked like they were just right on the tape.
Just barely missed with that one, I think.
We'll see Rogers try again. Marquez able to get a hand on it. Now Best will try. Bologna will set this one up for Rogers. That one's into the net, and just like that, it's 5-4. So again, this one looking an awful lot like set number 3, or at least in the early going. That serve by Folletta goes long. Pacers end that 3-point run. And Allie Johnson will serve with a 6-4 lead. We'll see Guidry will get the kill. That one ends up bouncing out of play. Callie Harvey will serve, the former Jacksonville State Gamecock. One of the top play, actually the leader in Peach Belt Conference play in digs per set. Stratton sends that one right off of a tee and out of play. Pacers up 7-5. They're almost sort of at that halfway mark of set number 5. Walsh will look to take them over that mark. We'll see a tee. We'll try it again. That's off of the antenna. Make it 8-5 Pacers. And we will switch sides as we're now sort of beyond the halfway point. Walsh quickly back to the line. She's ready to serve it up again. And a tee goes for the kill, dug out by Walsh. We'll see Diedrich try. Here comes a tee again. Diedrich digs it out. Walsh will set it up for Ellison. That one hit too many times. Why not Ellison at this point?
Just checked in a few points ago and already making an impact as usual.
Again, if there were if we could find a way to sort of tweak the hitting percentage score to make it like a true efficiency rating, she'd have to be tops in the conference. We'll see Carl. A lot of power behind that one. A lot of it off of the net, some of it off of Diedrich. Diedrich with the kill down the right side. Pacers up 10-5, and we'll see another timeout for Montevallo. Nick, the Pacers have really answered the bell coming into this fifth set.
They have. The last set obviously did not go the Pacers' way, and it seems they've just completely blocked that out of their memory in this fifth set.
You know, you look at the score of set number 4, 10 points for the Pacers, 25 for Montevallo. We're here in the fifth set, 10 points for the Pacers, 5 for Montevallo. They've, really just, whatever it was that they talked about during that 3-minute break between sets 4 and 5 has really, really worked for them. As a sandstorm has broken out here in the Convocation Center. The dust clears quickly, and Walsh will serve it up again. That one comes up just a little bit short into the net, 10-6 now. And Ati will serve for the Falcons. This one will be set up for Diedrich. Harvey digs it out. We'll see Guidry give it a try. Score it for Guidry. And the Falcons have put together 2 quick points.
Seems they responded well from that timeout.
See, Walsh will set this one up. Diedrich dug out by Guidry, set up for a tee. And Diedrich comes at it again off of Harvey and out of play. Katie Toman will check in. This one will be set up for Carl. Right through the heart of the Pacer defense. And it's 11-8. So we will see Quinn and Phelps come in for Guidry and Folletta. It looks like we're all set. 11-8 Pacers. We'll see Diedrich off of the net, off of the Falcons, onto the floor. 12-8 Pacers.
In these last few points, Diedrich has been able to answer Montevallo both times.
We will see Mercer with the serve. That one popped straight up. And we'll see Hodson now. That one off of a Montevallo hand and then off of the antenna. So out of play on the Falcons. So we'll give that kill to Hodson. 13-8 now. This one will be set up for Phelps. Give her the kill. And it's 13-9. Carl will serve. Toman able to dig it out. Walsh to Johnson. And just like that, it's match point for the Pacers. Bologna and Rogers will check in. Diedrich and Walsh will step out. And Amanda Bologna will serve for the match. That one will be set up for Phelps. Dug out by Mercer. Phelps will try it again. Mercer again. There's Rogers. Now we will see Phelps give it a third shot. Set up for Johnson, blocked in front. Rogers will try. This one set up, and a kill for Marquez. Able to sneak that one in.
It was a great rally between both sides right there.
Oh, yeah, long rally. Great plays made on both sides. Montevallo able to come away with the point and keep this match alive. Montevallo again will look to stave off another match point here for the Pacers. This one will be set up for Rogers. And the senior puts it away. That one off of Harvey and out. Pacers respond beautifully, taking set number 5, 15-10. So your scores, 25-14, 20-25, 25-23, 10-25, 15-10. Pacers move to 11-5, 4-2 in Peach Belt Conference play. Montevallo drops to 11-4 and 4-3 in Peach Belt play. You can next see the Pacers in action at Georgia Regents on Wednesday, October 9th. That one will begin at 7 p.m. And we will finish off the week's play with that Friday-Saturday grouping of Armstrong and Flagler here at the Convocation Center. It looks like in just a moment we will send it down to Kimbry, who should have a victorious Coach Cox.
You like me over here, don't you? Feels better.
All right, Coach. So after that big fifth set with a big win, what are we feeling right now?
Oh, relief. I mean, it's good because we've lost a lot of close ones like that in Game 5, and it was huge to, we changed the lineup around, and a few people just really stepped up in a bunch of different spots. I mean, it was huge because we were as flat as we could possibly be in Game 4. I mean, that might have been the worst game we've played the whole year, and to be able to turn it on, that's what a young team like this needs. They need to get a few wins like that to be able to turn it on, and get it when it counts. So.
Absolutely. And who are you the most impressed with in that fifth set today?
Oh, geez, it's hard to say. I mean, we're not a one or two weapon team. I mean, Ashley Diedrich really stepped up in that game. Taylor Stratton did. Sean Hodson did. Leah, came off the bench and was a huge spark plug for us and went out there and got it done. The middles, India was steady the whole match. If we could get her the ball, she was on fire. And then Allie stepped it up. I put her in the middle, moved her from the right to the middle, and stepped it up in the Game 5. And, we got a few key blocks, and, it's just a matter of playing a little cleaner than the other guy.
And what is the mood going into your oncoming games this season?
That helps a lot because we've lost some 5-gamers that were that we shouldn't have lost. We've had chances, we've had match points to win them, and just essentially just choked, just gagged on a few of the games that we should have won. And it's good to finally play clean enough and get going into this coming week. We've got Georgia Regents this coming week, and then Flagler Armstrong next weekend, which Armstrong will be number 1 in the league probably after this weekend. So we want to get them in our own gym and be able to play. But we definitely have got to clean up. We're on a little roller coaster ride of either we're hot or we're not. And there's not a real in-between for us right now. So if we can find an in-between and keep it between there and the hot stage, we'll be really good.
Absolutely. Well, congrats on that big win. Thanks for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kimbry. Thank you, Coach Cox. That'll do it for us here at the Convocation Center. Again, Pacers victorious in 5. If you stay tuned to Pacer Sports, we should be able to bring you some live video and stats from the Pacer pit later for men's and women's soccer action against Georgia Southwestern. For Nick Terry, I'm Kyle Dawson.